Do you want to lose $3,000? Then you'd better stick around because I'm about to show you how. Let's take a look at the action here at 5-5 in Portland Meadows. Everyone's about 300 big blinds deep, so $1,500. Under the gun opens it up to 25. I look down at Ace King and I raise it up to 125. It folds around to the small blind who calls for some reason. Big blind folds, and under the gun calls as well. So we're three ways to the flop. King, queen, 5, 2 spades. It checks around to me, and I put in a reasonable 1/3 pot-sized bet, $135. My thinking is pretty simple. I've got a great hand, but I don't want to overvalue my hand in a multi-way pot. And of course, the board's very wet. Straight draws, flush draws, all that. So the small blind calls, and the under the gun initial raiser shoves all in, $1,375. 300 big blinds. What do you do in this situation with top? Well, I was thinking about a lot of things here. I thought for a few minutes. The player pool at Portland Meadows, at relatively low stakes, whenever anybody shoves all in for 300 big blinds, they have the nuts. So against an average player, I would fold this every time. It's just one pair that I have, even though it is ace-king. But I decided to think about it a little bit longer than that. Because what strong hands can there actually be on this board in this situation? Aces, kings, and queens would likely 4-bet me pre-flop. King, queen would be 2 pair, but really only king, queen suited should call a 3-bet out of position. So there's only 3 combos, king, queen of hearts, clubs, and diamonds. And then there's pocket 5s, which I'm dead to, but there's only 3 combos of pocket 5s. And some of those might fold out of position to a 3-bet. So when I thought about this more, it's actually really hard to have a strong hand on this board in this situation. And I have ace-king. So I'm blocking aces, I'm blocking kings, I'm blocking king-queen. I'm unblocking flush draws. And then I started thinking about the player, so the under the gun player who I've been watching for a few hours. He's an obvious recreational with apparently a lot of money because he's playing $1,500 deep and he's reloaded a couple times. And I've seen him make a lot of bluffs, and he only has 2 sizes. He bets a normal half size bet, or he's all in. Those are the only 2 options. He's all in with the nuts and he's all in with bluffs. And it doesn't matter what the size of the pot is, right? So the pot here is, $300 and he's shoving $1,300. That's too big of a raise, but that's this person's play, all in or nothing, right? So given that there's only 6 combos that actually beat me, and I've seen this player bluff before, and they've many times, and they've reloaded a couple times. And the fact that what bluffs are there, right? So there's jack, 10 jack is an obvious bluff for the straight draw. And if we consider suited varieties, there's 4 10 jack suiteds. Flush draws are obvious. And let's narrow it to just the nut flush draw, right? So ace of spades, something. Well, there's 1 ace of spades. There's 12 other spades, 2 of them are on the board. So there's 10 combos of possible flush draws. There's 4 combos of 10 jack suited. So that's 14 possible bluffs and only 6 value combos. So given that I've seen this player shove all in a lot already, I decided to call it off with just 1 pair. So I call, small blind folds. So what do you think they had? They flip over 10 jack offsuit for the bluff. Can I hold? The run out is the 7 of diamonds. The river is the 9 of diamonds. And that is how you lose a $3,200 pot. Now remember, you shouldn't be results oriented unless you care about money, because to be honest, it hurt a little bit. That's it for today. I'm going to keep it short. It's not often you put 300 big blinds in with just one pair, so cheers.